Oh, shit.
So what happened last time? Like, as we're...
Well, who wants to explain?
Wow.
Because Brandon's still setting up.
Yeah, he is...
True.
Last time
Oh,
Jesus.
loud.
on Seaworthy.
Loud.
Wow.
Bald!
Wild.
Bald.
Back up or turn your gain down.
I don't know how that shit went up. Okay.
Please stop eating your microphone.
You got
I'm
so
scared.
Better? I'm literally so far away from it.
Yeah, you're good
Is
now.
it
Really that
better?
one
You're better
guy
now,
that's
yeah.
like, let's go England. Oh.
Did it go up?
A little bit.
It did.
Wow.
I don't know. Probably because you were quiet for a while. And then it's like, you know what? I gotta adjust. And then you talked and it's like, ah!
Stupid Mike.
I don't know. I'm just trying to remember.
1,000 minus 1,000.
What?
Stupid fucking calculator.
It's a little over half, but
Oh, why you're at health? Oh, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
we fought something.
We didn't fight anything last time, I don't think.
The zombies.
No, we
Zombies.
didn't
No.
fully fight them. Anyway, sorry, continue.
There's a
Seaworthy.
section plot.
Shush!
Okay.
Alexa,
All
for
right.
Brandon go.
I was about to say, I'm like,
I was saying shush to everybody else.
Anyways. Last week on Seaworthy. Last time was definitely not last week. The crew had finally made it to Morrison Cove. Dragging along their fun little companion, Kona, for his embassy meeting. Basically, trying to join a coalition that was teaming up together in the Mundit Sea as a force against the Navy. As you guys made it there, yada yada yada, Kona, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Whoa.
And you met a lovely doctor named Remen, who helped him get back to health just a little bit. Finding out, she was basically the orchestrator of the cure for the blight that was blighting the village of Furbolgs back on Uranus. And the next day, you all made your way up to the headquarters of the Alliance, and there met all of your new companions as you met many different faces, each one holding an important status to the Mundit Sea and how it operates. You met Ori Kyron, the head of the Truth Toward Oblivion cult, quote unquote. You met Noddle Stock, known as the Baron, who rules the Grenlogi, or the Glassweavers, far out into the Mundit Sea. You met Naomi Nabel, who seems to be the head of the entire operation, though at the same time, doesn't look like she's ready just yet. And you met Jaqen Asif. From what you could tell, he was the leader of the pirate crew that seems to be working with this alliance. And Remen was there too, to greet you all in the morning. As conversations started, and different diplomatic reasonings were put on the table. Things were going well, as bringing Kona's fighting force into the arrangement meant there was a lot more safety involved for everyone. However, the assembly fell apart when a frantic call from Levin had sprung Kona into action. As you could hear terrified screaming, rambling, and odd voices pleading to save loved ones. The line was cut, and so were the ties of the Alliance. As Grenlogi didn't want to work with anyone that couldn't keep them safe from the Navy, and Truth Toward Oblivion, with their natural hate for the Navy, as they seem to be enemies of knowledge, the Navy. And the TTO, that's what they're all about. They don't trust Grenlogi, for they're the major glass producer. They send most of the materials to the Navy. They have ties to the Navy. And because of all of this, negotiations fell apart. And Naomi was left a sunken mess as you all left. And she sent Malara with you, the Rosalie hater, to check on things on Uranus. As you guys made it back to your fun little jungle home, you found it was dark and eerie. Arriving to the town of Avon, you found that there had been some sort of conflict. Lavin was found stricken with the blight, protecting a young child from an unknown onslaught. And as you all began to make your way out of the town, the villagers crept out of the shadows, gleaming eyes of blue, all watching, all yearning for you to be saved by joining them. As you all rushed back to your ship, finding the fellow pirate forces that were sent to aid you, all turned as well. Ships burned. You boarded yours, the Chimera, and swiftly made your leave. Just at the last moment, meeting eyes with a tall, slender, grayish, bug-like figure. Very humanoid in look, but not in action, as their limbs cracked and turned in twitchy paces. You could see it dancing on the shoreline in small, twitchy, yet elegant movements. As it waved off to you, proclaiming that you would be back to join them and be saved. And you lost Uranus that night to the Witch of Compassion. Picking up where we left off, you all sailed back to Morrison Cove for refuge. Making your way, you hauled Lavin through the city, attempting to reach Remen, the one person who you know has a cure of some sort. and we'll be picking up there. You're all in the lab. The same place you went with Remen in order to check on Kona to make sure he was not dying. And you basically find the same table, the same place, the same room, seeming like Remen's head office, as you rush in and place Lavin on the table. As you hear Remen scream out, "Oi, what the? Oh, gods, what happened?"
Remen, we don't really have a lot of time to talk. We just need to help her. She was infected with the blight, and
The blight.
there's a lot going on currently.
Give me a second. I'll be back. And you see Remen jumps out of this big chair that she was in order to reach a table and kind of scurries out of the room. And for a few seconds, you're all in kind of this bleeding silence with just Lavin, Kona holding her hand, the young child still clinging to you, Rosalie.
Hey, DM,
Yes.
wasn't Ryan also
Yeah,
infected?
can Ryan be here? Because I would have brought him.
And
Ryan is here.
Thank
we
God.
checked Celia.
Falling right behind you. You see Celia's kind of looking at Ryan. You see she's almost like investigating him for like any more. I'm fine. I'm telling you, I'm good. I feel fine.
Dumbass is hiding his infection, and we can all see it.
Hey, I said I wasn't gonna be that guy.
He got COVID and went into work, this motherfucker.
This bastard.
And you see Levin kind of pull Kona forward, and you see he whispers to him something. And you see he kind of crumbles a bit as he's kind of on his knees by her bed. And eventually, Remen barges back in the room. The doors fly open. You see a few other people in white-clad outfits. And also another face that you have seen before. As you saw, they were with Remen in the assembly. But you never got their name.
Oh, the gentleman?
Hmm?
The gentleman that was with her?
Yeah.
Getcha.
And so as they all barge into the room, you see Remen has this like huge device that looks off. It doesn't look activated. And you see she kind of walks up. She puts her back on her hand on Kona's back and goes, "Listen, I have to see the patient. I'm gonna have to ask you to let go for now." And you see Kona kind of hand shaking, "Let's go," and places Levin's hand on her chest as you see she's kind of slow breathe wheezing. As you still see those black veins almost meeting something as they struggle to crawl up her arm. And You see one of the assistants, you assume, pull up like this bench or this little stool as Remen hops up on it. And she pulls up this device. It has this flat part that lands on the side of the bed as it clamps on. And you see this pole extends from it, opens up, another pole extends, it pivots, another one extends, and you see it opens to this glass-like microscope. And you see Remen put on gloves, pull Levin's arm over to the flat surface, and you see with this scalpel-like device, she punctures her arm a little bit. And as she does, you see that darkness in her blood veins start to creep out. Not pour out like blood would normally do. You see it creep as almost like some venom symbiote. It starts crawling out of her body, only getting so far as you see Remen touch the end of this microscope, turn a piece as you hear this arcane as it lights up. And as you see these sparks coming off of it, of arcane energy, see her looking through. Yes, it's the blight, all right. And why is it so vicious? It's never been this active. Oh, that's not good.
I have a feeling it's something to do with, well, the vaccine.
The vaccine? Mine? Like,
There
the
was
one that expels it?
There was a tampered batch that was given to us that had
And you
Fantasia.
see this whole time as, like, she's looking down the scope, she stops and looks up and looks at you off to the side, Rosalie. Interesting.
And I have a feeling that's what
That's no
caused the rapid growth of, well, and she kind of like gestures to Lavin. And the rapid infection of everything else.
You mean the vaccines that were sent out to entire
To the village?
Is there any other? And you see Remen is kind of getting shaky as her voice begins to get mumbly.
Any other what exactly?
Are they all gone?
I think the only ones that are left are... And she gestures to Lavin on the table and then the child that she's holding. And the rest
you see
of
the
us...
child almost like shake as you guys speak about it.
And the rest of us that made it out?
Those were meant to save. Not this. I need some time.
Remen, no offense, but please, we don't have time.
And you see Remen kind of stumble off the bench as you see the person you recognize, the gentleman, he kind of goes, "No, miss," as Remen pulls over to the trash can and
Here it is.
Ooh, that's
Fair.
Oh,
excuse me. Okay, the moment has passed.
listen, for right now, we just need to focus on trying to get her and him better.
Yes, I know. There's just a problem with that.
Problem?
With her. That drug. I don't understand what it did. I don't. But somehow it sped up. It sped up all of the effects. It changed them. It mutated it. If these were tampered with, I don't even know if they knew that that it would even be possible. I mean, and you see the guy standing next to her. It mutated, ma'am. We know the blight hasn't mutated for years. It doesn't change. It just had the same effect. Well, if you introduce that new agent to it, it seems like that's different now. I think some little could do such a damage. And you see she kind of gets back up on the stool and looks back down at the now wriggling blood. The Fantasia in this seems to have some sort of arcane effect, at least.
It's made of something similar to the Blight, from what I understand. Similar magic, I guess?
It would make sense. It has arrived at the same time span as the Blight, a few years off.
And Rosalie's gonna look down at the child that she's still kind of holding, and then look over to, I don't know,
Okay.
Yesh. She's gonna look over to Yesh and just be like, Yesh, do you mind? Can you take care of her for a little bit?
That's a crazy option.
Crazy.
It's a choice.
yeah, all right. Oh,
I don't know,
And you
just...
see this little blue furball child. She has like this really small nose that like kind of crinkles around a little bit. As she kind of looks at Yeshua with these big brown eyes. And she looks like she can cry at any moment.
Yeah, she's gonna like look over to Yesh and like, can you take her? And whenever she realizes like she's about to cry, she's like, well, look, you can go sit with the rabbit for a little bit. Just for a little bit. I'll be right here. We'll be back in a second. But if anything, you can probably braid his fur. There's a lot of it to braid, if you know how to. She's trying to just like calm her down.
Bobert leans over to Yes, just go with it or I will sock you.
I'm being held against my will.
You are.
And you see the girl kind of reacts with a little hesitation as she looks at you, Rosalie, and then at Yesh, and then looks at you again on the ground and slowly walks over. A little bit, hands behind her back, and she looks up at you, Yesh, expectant of you to say something.
As the kid watches Yesh, he suddenly gets an idea, like an invisible light bulb over his head, and he sort of backs up from the kid to like I'd say like just like a great amount of distance, and he kind of waves his arms up in the air. He's like, "Hey kid, watch this." And he crawls up into a ball and he starts to roll around like Sonic the Hedgehog. And he kind of zooms around. Probably not as fast, but as fast as his thinking
He's like
speed.
Lilo and Stitch rolling right now, like Stitch does.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Roll athletics.
Roll athletics? Oh god.
He's just slowly rolling over.
Yeah,
I got a
Rosalie's
15.
Rosalie's gonna look at this and she's like silent prayer to herself and then just looks at the kid. Again, I promise I'll be back soon. Just I need to help
You see,
my friend.
the kid is no longer even listening to you, Rosalie. And you see her just like get this huge grin and like start chuckling and then start like laughing her ass off.
Yeshua kind of like
falls
falls like
over on the
3
floor.
barrels into
Falls
like
over on the floor,
sections
kicking
of
and-
bowling pins. And he rolls into them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro, was a whole ass
Brain
movie,
rot
dude.
doesn't exist in this universe, so I feel like Yeshua just made some like homemade brain rot for her.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Can't believe we're bunny bowling. Oh my god.
Bonnie bowling.
I said bunny bowling, but
Oh.
sure.
But yeah, Rosalie's like, we'll be right back, and she sees the kid start laughing. She's like, well, at least she's entertained. She goes back inside.
Homemade brain rot. Fuck. Okay. Rosalie, you head back inside, and when you do, you find that Remen is now taking a look at Ryan. As you see, she's kind of picking at the corruption that's slowly spreading itself on his like side arm.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, oh, this one's relatively tame.
Yeah, that's the unvaccinated one.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, he was
Okay, then.
more recently infected compared to her. And, well... if anything,
And?
it might be that he's an easier case.
Yes, and it seems to spread a little bit slower than normal, at least. Must be thick-blooded. As you see, she reaches her arm back, and you see, she kind of goes, Osmond, can you pass the serum? And he goes, yes, ma'am. As he opens a drawer of hers and pulls out a big ass needle.
Oh, no.
You see Ryan like visibly instant hair on end.
Ryan is like the Akita at the doctor's office where he's just like whining before the doctor even like sticks him or anything. He's just like screaming.
Wait, do we need all that? If you don't want to die, let me think about it. And you see Celia like jump up and smack him on the back of the head. Shut the fuck up and take the needle.
That's Bobert's daughter, alright. Not even his blood daughter, is just you know?
Just his daughter.
His daughter.
I'm so proud.
That's his adopted daughter, alright?
But, oh, that's so long.
I've seen longer. I've had longer.
See? Rosalie's had long. You're laughing at my pain. Yeah, I am. And you see she pats him on the back as she instantly starts to get his other arm down in a lock.
I see.
And you see Remen leans back over with a needle in hand and instantly jabs it in. And as she does, you see, most specifically Rosalie,
Yes.
go ahead and roll me an Arcana.
Arcana. That is cocked. Hold on. That's 16.
Rosalie, as you're kind of stepping back in the room, seeing all this, make that little longer joke.
It's only partially funny.
You get this feeling of a radiance almost in the room, as you can almost visibly see some sort of divinity type arcana around. And it really reminds you of your goddess, in a sense that her divine power is fairly different from what you've seen of other followers of other gods. It's a lot more magical inclined. It's a lot more
Got you.
arcanic in sniffer.
Sniffer.
Yeah, you notice that as the needle goes in, and you see the blight that strickens Ryan almost immediately begins to fall away. As you can see it slowly recede all the way back to the point of contact. Seems like a long scratch went down his arm. Whoa. Just do it already.
I think it's done.
Oh, that's why the pain stopped.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
I thought I was just going numb from fear.
Well, it might be that too. It honestly depends.
Yeah. Pain comes later. Oh. And you see Remen kind of chuckle and hop off the stool. All right. Just get a good rest and you'll be fine. Or you should be, as long as it hasn't mutated any wrong ways.
If anything, we have
As
a few
for-
people monitoring him, so there's that.
As for your friend over there, I'm gonna need a lot more time. If it's any consolation, it doesn't seem like she's immediately at threat. It, if anything, seems like she's combating it on her own. That part that I cut into her, normally the blight, it doesn't creep outwards. Normally it tries to get further in. And the reason I cut there was because it seemed like it was trying to leave. Then again, I'm not exactly sure. I still need more time to learn the nature of things, do some testing. I'm sure you know.
As always. That is the nature of these things.
Is there any good place we can keep her other than a single bed here? I mean,
There's... If you want her to be more isolated, there is always the ship, if need be. It's back at the docks, but it's a little far.
I wouldn't want her on your ship. I have no idea how it's going to spread, how dangerous it would be. If anything, this is a close-lipped type of deal. Any sign of the blight being on this side of the Mundit, that wouldn't go well, publicity-wise.
And as far as I know, I think the only place is here.
Well, having it won't be very comfortable, but we'll take care of you. As you see Remen kind of tap Levin's hand with like a like popsicle stick almost. Well, as you see Kona still on the floor, kind of chime up. Will she wake up at all? Only time will tell. Okay. As you see, Levin has been conked out for a while. And after that, Remen and her fellow doctors begin some much necessary testing as they shoo you all out of the lab and toss you onto the streets. As you see, Kona insists on staying in as he walks you guys to the door. I honestly don't know. What the hell just happened? But if hell is at our doors, and it is still unknown to me what's going on, or what's going to happen, or if anyone's gonna be okay. As you see, he kind of looks to the ground and stares into the void and shakes his head. I ask of you to see what you can for Naomi and whatever is left of the Alliance. Maybe in the morning, check with them. Dawn is only a few hours from now, so I'd suggest you all get some rest. As you see his eye bag stricken face stares into the dirt and solemnly turns back.
It looks like you need it more than us.
You see he kind of turns to the side and nods a little bit and continues walking. As you see the pressure doors close behind him.
Well, for now, I guess we get some rest.
Alrighty. You guys make it back to the ship and finally give yourselves a good night's rest.
Yay! Can we
Don't know
click
if you
the
need a long rest.
I want to click the button.
For some reason, Aura needs it because
Long
they were at
rest.
like half health or something.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
hilarious.
Could it
Aura?
have been shenanigans?
I never got fully healed from when we fought the big snake.
We slept since then.
Yeah.
I feel like we did sleep.
We've
No.
had like
I
3
don't-
long
there
rests.
was a reason. There was a reason. I don't remember what specifically it was.
Let's blame it on shenanigans.
Aura
I
was
did
up that
need
night.
money.
Shenanigans wouldn't do 20 damage.
They could.
What did you do at the bar that night before we got here?
Shenanigans.
All right.
Aura finally got drunk.
For the first time this campaign.
Shut up.
You guys
I hit
wake up in the morning on your lovely ship, the Chimera, as you float in the port of Elrich Reach.
No, this freaking boat.
As you wake up, you can all smell a decently sweet smell in the air. As you hear some frying or grilling or I don't know, beautiful sizzling though, coming through the walls.
It's in the walls.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the walls.
Can I make a check to know if it's grilling or frying?
Sure.
Absolutely not.
I feel like you can tell though.
You could, but he wasn't really specific about it. I'm gonna make a survival check. Oh
From the
damn, a
survival.
3.
Bobert, you
Yeah.
think that's fucking baking.
Oh
Bait.
word, I didn't even know we had an oven.
You don't.
Do we have a furnace? Like, what do we have?
What is a
Yes, you have a furnace. It's
Okay.
in the tinkering room where Bobert loves.
Oh,
and
Is someone
cares
making
for.
a pizza in my
His little
freaking
man
catering
cave.
room?
carrots for the engine?
um, I
Engine
should've known
roasted
I went in there.
chicken.
Rosalie,
Yes.
Oh,
you awake first.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna rush over. Well, not rush over, but like rise out of bed, head over to the kitchen, see what's cooking.
What's cooking?
grab-
Good looking.
Grab a little bit or like a quick snack, depending on who's cooking, and then head over to
Hit aura.
We're skipping breakfast.
We're skipping.
Fuck you! I'm pretty sure Aura's the best cook in the group right now.
I take offense to that.
Oh.
Pretty sure that's Elise.
Have we ever seen Rosalie
Oh,
cook?
good point.
I have
Player
cooked.
characters.
Have we seen Aura cook?
I've seen
I don't
Elise
know.
cook.
Yeah,
I
or it
cook-
was.
I think Ryan cooked, right? As well.
Yeah.
Rosalie,
I think that's it.
you're waking everyone up before you go to the kitchen?
No.
Okay. You go to the kitchen, and you find a big furry Rhine, who looks like his fur has been singed on parts of his arm, with the "Don't kiss the cook" apron on. As you see him turn around with loads of pancakes on a pan.
Whoa.
It's like a stack on one pan actively cooking.
Morning. As you see, he flips it. The entire stack goes up in the air. He flips the pan, and then they land back on.
Oh,
You seem to be doing a whole lot better than previous nights.
Right? I feel great. Except for last night. You see him flash back to screaming in pain.
Not the.
You don't see the
The
screaming, you see his eyes
PTSD.
glaze over.
Yeah.
How do we see the flashback?
It appears behind him in a thought bubble.
Rosalie, you figure that some weird screaming outside that you thought was just some guy getting stabbed in the street or something. Oh, that was Ryan.
Oh. Well,
As it would be.
I'm glad that you're doing well. That you're in higher spirits by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I shouldn't be. We lost like an entire island of people. That was fucked.
Well,
Like, what was that thing? That like long thing? Looked like a what a beetle.
an archfey, I believe.
Big beetle.
Might as well be.
A beetle, which one? Ringo?
But honestly, at this point, when it comes to losing people and saving people, we'll take whatever we can.
I agree.
Even a small win is
Anyways.
a win in our book at this point.
Here's a small win. And you see him like toss up part of the stack with like a flick and lands it all on a plate. And you see he lovingly lathers it with a cup of syrup. Please enjoy your morning dining.
Well, I thank you. I think I'm gonna eat light. And she's gonna go ahead and grab one little pancake from the stack instead of the plate.
I need to try that so many times.
Well, you can impress somebody else on the ship as much as I'm impressed by it. And she takes a bite out of the pancake she grabbed.
Whatever. I impressed me. See, he throws the plate up in the air and high fives himself and then catches it. My plate now.
Wow. So
Wow.
Again, I'm glad that you're doing better. It's a relief.
Let's go out there as soon as possible and kick ass. As you see, like throws an entire flapjack into his gullet.
I'm gonna see about trying to wake some of the others so that way they can get breakfast and then try to get a head start on the day. Head up to the
Why?
hall.
Why don't you just use the comm system?
I mean, yes, but that seems a little rude, considering there's people asleep. Unless you want to try it.
Nah. And you see, he walks over to the part in the kitchen where Bobert installed one of the call stones. You see him bang on it, and it glows. Yo, everybody, wake up! Food's upstairs!
Tora walks through the door right afterwards.
That sucks. Bobber falls out of bed. A flashback ensues.
through the building as the wooden planks bounce around sound. And you guys all join in the festivities.
Festivities. Is pancakes.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
pancake party, Ariel.
You don't understand. Pancakes on a ship is a fucking monument.
oh
A
yeah,
big moment.
Yes. Again,
Big
Rosalie's
moment.
gonna have her one, and then... And zip.
And after you guys all enjoy your food, would you like to head up to the Corsair Alliance headquarters?
Please.
Yes.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make your way through Elrich Reach, reaching the tram, now with an out of order sign on one side.
But of course.
Sorry.
As you guys trash the other one.
I'm not, it was funny.
As you
really
see, one
funny.
tram is ready to go as people are boarding it. And as you hop on and join the little crowd, you get a nice view of the sands as you travel up the cliffside to the very top. And as you guys make your way back to the assembly building, you see the same guards that you'd seen before are standing post once more. As you see, they recognize you and nod off as you make your way in. And as you guys walk in, almost immediately, you notice Naomi is there in the main room talking to Tree, the captain that you met when you first entered the Munditsi, and Malara not far behind them.
No.
Oh boy.
The
And-
pink-haired bitch.
The bastard.
I'm gonna
the
hide behind
pink-haired
Aura.
bitch.
Fair.
I'm gonna hide behind your cape. So that way she can't see me.
It's wrapped around her waist and it still hides you.
Yes.
As you guys walk in, and we have to do something to help them. Naomi, what do you expect us, a broken alliance, can do for an entire army that was taken over by the Blight? Well, I mean, they're our allies. I mean, are they? And as you guys walk in, you see they both notice you. And then Malara's head turns over, kind of just following behind, hands behind her back. And you see she kind of glances towards you all.
Bobert stares at her
Good choice.
menacingly.
Good morning. I'm so sorry to hear about Uranus. That was a horrifying story. Kona filled us in, and I visited the hospital earlier today. To think Lavin is down at all is shocking. Are you all okay?
Define okay.
We're not infected.
And you see Tree kind of stares down to her. You think they're okay? They just lost an entire city of people. Yes, I'm sorry. Well, to catch you all up from last night, Kona asked if I could point you all in the direction of the Truthsayers. Truth Towards Oblivion, they call themselves. It's a very culty name, I know, but they're good fellows from what I know. My father used to know them, so I trust them. It's just right now they can't really help us with our efforts. Especially now, it seems like we need a lot more efforts. If there's some sort of evil force that can turn people against each other.
Called greed. It's been around for a while.
I don't mean that. I mean what seems like the physical manifestation of the blight.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's the cracked out infection.
A fairy, of all things? The weirdest part to hear. But if it's the case, we need all the help we can get. Especially all the knowledge we can get. And TTO is where we can get such things. They sent out a Vi for help, not too long ago. It was shortly after they had left the assembly. Seems like they've been trying to make their way into some sort of tower, but they're losing people every time they try, and they're pretty adamant about finding truth, and they're willing to die for it. And I would much rather there be much less bloodshed. If there's any way you could all head there and assist them, it seems like they might turn their efforts to help us in all of this. I want you to know, I truly believe we're together in this. I may not be able to fight, but I have connections. So, are you willing to help at all? And you see Naomi kind of gives like a stern glare for a second. And then blinks. And then you see her like big ears kind of go down.
Is no one gonna? Yeah, we'll help.
I was waiting for the descriptors to end. Aura turns to the rest of the crew. Well,
Guys, I can't
What's
be
yours
the
say?
only one that fucking interacts with anybody else. Please.
what's yours say? All in?
Yeah.
Is that a yes from Bobert or? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Where's Yash?
I don't know.
Is Yash here?
Yeah.
Yash is still in bed, isn't he?
I'm in the back.
No.
I'm in the back. I'm over here.
Not. I've dragged Yeshua by his little bunny ears.
You feel a little tug on your jacket that says yes.
And like Morse
Oren.
code.
Where do we go?
Thank you. As you see her ears perk back up, and she reaches into a bag that she has on her, big satchel-like thing, and pulls out what seems like a scroll. That truth tellers are fairly cryptic about their locations, as they are constantly on the run from the Navy, so I understand.
Nothing.
But
no.
Ori had handed me this. As she passes over a scroll to you, Aura. And here we are. And it'll be in roll 20.
Yippee!
Okay.
Yippee.
It is too warm.
Well, if anything, I do know it does get quite dangerous up there, and I wouldn't want to send you on anything without putting any of our cards on the table. Oh, I know. Melara, would you like to accompany them?
Oh,
Oh no. Sorry.
Melara in the back.
Yeah, just quietly muffled from behind Oren's jacket, just, oh no. Oh.
Bobert very audibly, very visibly goes, ugh.
We'll be okay. I think we work better as a small group.
It gets quite dangerous out on the far seas.
I would
It's-
rather die.
There's a very dangerous pirate group that has recently gained a lot of notoriety.
Yeah,
We are
from
also very dangerous.
from
I will
behind.
simply kill them.
Whoa. Anyway, yeah, from behind Aura, I guess Rosalie will emerge like, yes, we appreciate any help we can get. If you think, and if she would like to, I think we would benefit from her assistance, their assistance, as she looks towards Tree.
And you see Tree kind of looks up, kind of nods. Right. Well, if they would benefit from assistance, Malara, you better go. And then he looks over to Malara.
Oh
and she
my
goes,
god.
I meant, oh, okay.
And
If that is
Listen,
what
we're-
Naomi wishes, of course.
Malara is exceptionally strong.
Mid Aura. Mid.
Yeah, we're
What?
exceptionally strong too. Not you.
Yes, I don't doubt your abilities. I just figure more manpower is always useful, especially for
Yes,
4, 5
we
man
appreciate
crew.
it. We appreciate it, Naomi,
think we'll be
that you're
fine.
thinking of us and offering the help.
You see Malara in the back. Okay, let's just be real. If you don't want me along, I won't go along.
Perfect.
Good.
Okay. Gods. That's all you
Don't
had
let
to
the door
say.
hit you on the way out.
And you see Naomi kind of appalled immediately.
Aura grabs Yesh by the ears and Bobert by the collar, and he pulls him out the door.
Was
Rosalie,
there
Yo.
It was hilarious though.
Rosalie's just gonna lean towards Naomi, just like towards her ear, and just kind of like whisper. Needless to say, I don't think her and I get along too well.
Why wouldn't her and you get along well?
Oh.
That's a long. You know what? You should ask her. Actually, don't. Don't ask her.
She'll probably manipulate the story or something.
I think she is the worst person you could ask about it.
Actually, don't worry about that. Never mind.
You see, like, Malara kind of snorts smoke out of her nose, kind of nonchalantly, and just kind of walks off.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I personally don't have any grievances with her. However, because she has
Well,
grievances
Malara is a bit of a head.
because she has grievances with me, of course, the rest of the crew that I'm with immediately
Okay.
attention.
Okay.
So
It's fine.
that's
It's
how
fine.
it is.
He also has problems with her personal hygiene.
You're out of the room. Aura pulls you out by your ears. You are
And
not
Bobert
you see
tackles.
Naomi kind of like moves off and kind of runs after Malara. And you see Tree just kind of nods his head very smoothly off to you guys.
Again, we appreciate the offer.
All travels?
Thank you.
Oh no, it's understood. Malara's a bit of a handful.
Wrong B word.
No.
Malara's a bit.
That's full on what I thought was gonna happen. Just for a second.
That's
Y'all
his
straight up
first
don't
mate,
even
guys.
know the woman. Y'all
Yes.
straight up don't even know.
No, that's
We
not.
know
that's
her
not Aura
enough
the
to
character.
hate her.
Nor is
We
it
know
mine. I thought it was
It's
funny.
so true. It's so
We do
true.
not need to know any more about her.
Enough is
Alright.
known.
Anyway,
You
I
guys-
thank you again for the offer, but we will be heading out. And again,
See-
I think she prefers that she didn't join us. But safe travels to you as well.
Yes,
And
I'm sure.
She heads on out.
Good travels then. And you see Tree kind of jogs to go catch up.
Yeah.
And you guys make your way out of the assembly building.
Can you guys not be hostile to her for like 5 seconds?
No.
Listen, we're trying to get them to like us.
There is a time and a place, and that was neither.
If you act like that, of course they're not going to be as receptive. God,
I understand the sentiment, but we do need their help.
then why did you brush her off?
I didn't! Aura looked at the crew and said, "What's your thoughts?" And these two went, "Fuck you." And Aura's like, "Okay, you're leaving," and left. Aura didn't say shit.
Aura the entire time unknowingly just having an like antagonistic ass face on. Like, I will draw on you, bitch.
Just like, Aura,
That's reserved for
again.
bitch dead mothers.
But that's
You better fucking watch it because that sentence
that's
cut
not-
off.
in the
You
sense
better
that
watch
it's
it.
that
It didn't. Wait, what did stop at?
Dead mother?
Oh yeah,
Dead mom.
yeah. No, that was the end of the sentence. It didn't cut off.
Oh, you. Alright.
That's crazy. Continue with Malara, you know.
Anyway,
Anyway, you guys have this fun little conversation on the tram as well. Like everyone else is around you, and they're like looking at you like you're weirdos as you're screaming at each other. Like,
It's just
on
like
the
how
rush.
such
I
a
could cast
mischievous
it.
energy.
my God.
it's like, Aura, you are the leader. You basically have veto power if anybody else says anything.
That's not how it works for Aura. This is a democracy. Unless it is going to get people killed, it is a democracy. If she thinks you're being dumb and will get others killed, then she'll veto. That's how it works.
You guys make it back to the Chimera. As you see off deck is Ryan, Celia, and very creaky looking Elise.
Oh my God.
Oh no, Elise.
She's one day from just
Mima,
You see-
no.
She's
Broken.
using a cane as Ryan is kind of helping her walk a bit. You see them all. Kind of notice you guys as you approach, screaming at each other. She doesn't want me to say it, but Elise was getting seasick.
Oh, that's perfect.
I don't think it's seasickness.
I ain't seasick.
Uh,
Dirty liar. Liar.
Well,
Visceral grandma noises.
See Ryan just kind of pats her on the back a little bit, holding one hand, is just kind of walking with a cane. Do you guys meet with those people? The
you got it.
Nope, no I don't.
Hmm. No, we're doing this one alone.
No. Okay.
yeah, thanks to these two. And she points to Bobert and
What is this one? What this one?
we are heading off mainly to try and get more intel, and also to help. We'll explain on the way.
We're heading to the Maze of Singing Stones.
Okay. And you see
So we're navigating
kinda
the maze of
looks
singing
down.
stones.
Ryan kind of looks down at Celia, and Celia kind of looks at Ryan, and then back at you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Elise can. I don't think she can take like another long, dangerous, treacherous journey right now.
Sorry, suggesting
Probably
she
not.
stays here.
She can
It's
keep
the
Kona
best bet I
company.
got.
She can stay with Kona.
Okay.
You think Kona's the best person to leave her with?
No, but I think Kona is surrounded by the best people to leave her with.
And what's Kona surrounded by?
Medics currently.
You didn't look like it.
What do you mean?
I saw him last night.
Doing what exactly?
I don't know. He was making it down to the docks,
Oh my god.
walking along the water, talking to himself. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Rosalie kind of like looks down, almost knowingly.
One sec. Try D20. I'm inciting that.
What, me?
Yes. Why are you looking down like you know something?
Because I might know something.
Obvious stare.
I might not know something. I might know
That is
something.
a seven. That's a 17.
I got a 9.
Yeah, Rosalie knows something. Her face is very guilty.
Very loud face.
So, what did he tell you?
He didn't tell me anything.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
We'll talk about this when we're back. We have a maze to find.
Well,
We're just gonna head downstairs to look through the main map and try and figure out where the fuck we're supposed to go.
And we
Map
have an
time.
Elise to have to find a home, so... There's that for now.
This is Typho.
Don't we own a home?
What?
Oh,
Oh.
What do you
are we
mean?
talking
what?
about the...
We never told her.
I swear I remember Bobber mumbling something about
Well, yeah, maybe in Ghostland, that's
getting
what the
forced
deed
out
was
of his own
for.
house.
No.
Oh, is that
Like,
the joke?
Actually,
The other night,
Oh.
like he was a bumbling
I-
mess and he was rambling on about
oh, it's going back to me now.
getting
Oh,
run out of
God.
his own house.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What the hell are you on about?
I found the place.
Found
no,
what
ask
place?
Bobert.
The active place. There's a guy there.
Bobber, what the hell
Like
are
the
you on about?
He
shotgun,
held me at gunpoint.
and I was gonna
Oh,
leave him
so
there.
stressful.
What?
I'm glad Aura's downstairs.
I'm not. Well, since you two know where the house is, guess who's gonna deliver Elise?
No.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of your actions.
God.
I didn't do anything to deserve this. I
That's bullshit and you know it.
I did multiple things to deserve this.
Yes, you did.
I freaking.
So both of you, and she like turns you guys around and pushes you towards the docks. Lucky you two, march. Go take her to this house that you apparently have.
You will rue the day that you made me do this.
I'll take my chances. She goes back to the low deck.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh,
I'm also doing
If
this
you-
because I need
if
to
you
go pee,
want-
so...
if you want, we could take her.
Just
As
the-
you head east, as the map suggests.
Yes.
And as time passes, and the day goes by, the sands kind of pick up a bit. As you see Aura As I assume you're on the helm,
Yes.
As always.
Yeshua, are you in the crow's nest?
Sure.
As
Sure.
expected.
Sure.
All right, those two things are expected.
Wait,
Um,
I hang on. I have a telescope somewhere in my bag. A spyglass in my bag. Give to Yesh. Yesh.
Okay.
Yes, you have spyglass.
I now have a
Yippee!
spyglass.
Even though you have a ghost staff that you can see through.
Well, I wanted to be helpful.
I thought I was the one
Maybe
that
I
got
can
the
give the
ghost glass.
spyglass to
Nope.
Mia.
Oh.
No. Aura, you have the spyglass that can like send you out into a distance.
Oh, she
Oh,
has the
right.
special
It's the
spyglass.
perspective change one.
Yeah.
You have the peeping Tom one.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one that lets me
I
hear where
have
I'm
the-
looking,
Yes.
which
Pretty
is
common
fucking
one.
awesome.
Okay,
After
peeping
my
Tom.
failed attempt at a good deed, I'm just gonna hide in the engine room and cry.
Bobert,
Yeah.
you go into the engine room and you find that it is boiling hot in here.
How do I say no? Do I have a thing to stop that? No.
Do I need
Can
to
I get
breathe on it
ice?
again?
You can throw more ice and wet
Yeah, my
manta
margarita
ray
mix.
cloaks on it.
I put my margarita ice, my emergency margarita ice on it.
Bobert,
No.
you're in the engine room, cooling down the poor overheating crystal.
Oh, poor girl.
And as time goes, Aura, in the
Yeah.
distance, you begin to see the rocks that are laid out in the map.
to me.
And you start to hear a whirring sound through the wind as you hear a soft whistle carried on it. The endless adventure ahead of you.
Let's go.
Okay, let's figure out where the hell we're going.
We're going to a maze. Of
Yay.
stones that
Yeah,
sing.
but where?
On the sea.
You guys sail off into the dusty expanse.
Crusty, musty, dusty expanse.
Mm.
And as you hear that, I want both you and Yesh to make a perception check.
A.
Nat 20.
Oh.
We'll take that.
Oh, I still got a nat 20.
No way.
Wow.
Let's go.
They're
Okay.
looking.
We ready?
We're ready.
We ready?
Yeshua, Aura, as you guys sail off to the east, you both look dead ahead at these whistling rocks as they're almost like odd pillar structures that are all folding in all of the rolling hills of sand that keep going by. What's that? It's like Stonehenge, but it's just flowing in the sand.
Oh.
And each one has various holes in them that seem to carry the wind and whistle onwards. And as you look at that,
Is it like
and
that one SpongeBob episode?
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
and you get
I'm so
close
glad y'all
enough.
know what they're talking about because I don't.
Are you just saying yes, and that's pretty funny.
You get close enough to see the sun kind of beam through the tallest one. And you see the sunlight illuminating behind all of them until eventually the sunlight starts to blot out as this big gust of wind almost pushes your ship back just a bit on its pacing. And as you hear it creak, Yeshua, you see a large projectile coming straight towards your ship.
Can I deflect missile?
Sorry.
That's crazy.
Deflect cannonball.
You should
Deflect this huge object.
please let him do that. We had him use.
Okay, no, that's fine. Oh my god.
him, please.
Yeshua. What do you roll for deflect missile?
It's a dex check.
Not used it. Oh.
It's a dex check.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Roll me a dex. Holy shit. Which one? Oh my god. Holy
I
fuck.
believe it's just
That's
flat
crazy.
dex.
It's
a
flat
D20.
dex. Yeah, it is. Holy
Okay.
fuck. Roll me a d20 and you can add your dexterity.
Okay.
My god.
16.
Nope.
Who's above deck right now?
Me.
It's only Aura.
Is it okay? Aura, as you're sailing the ship and you see this big projectile coming at you guys, you see it's almost like shimmering in the sunlight as it blocks it out. And this big crystalline object just rams into Yeshua. As you see it immediately perk up, ready to jump, like bending his legs like a rabbit, and then fire up at it, intending to deflect it, and then get completely
Gets fucking
flattened.
thrown with it.
It's fucking rocked.
Yup. Oh god. Yep. Exactly.
And you see
that.
this thing hits Yeshua, almost cushioning it, and crashes into the captain's quarters.
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
was gonna say I was probably sitting in the captain's.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Damn.
I
Rosalie's
feel
like,
like you don't have time. I feel like that'd just be con. You don't react to the fucking ceiling caving in. You just kind of brace for it.
Rosalie's sitting there in the captain's quarters because I was gonna say she's probably like reading some type of book or like trying to again map out basically the coordinates that they need to be at with the map. Well, that's a nat 20.
Oh. I couldn't have gotten that.
Rosalie, as you're sitting there reading and you're kind of picking up on some information that you might have been looking for, or might have been just wanting to spend your time enjoying.
Just quiet
And-
time. I just need quiet.
It's quiet. Immediately, you feel this odd wave of energy heading straight for you. And it doesn't hit you like that odd fey energy. It hits you like a divine energy. Like one you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And when it does, you instantly close your book and like jut backwards into the room as this huge crystalline like structure that reminds you a lot of the crystal for your engine
Oh,
comes
great.
crashing
The second one.
through the building.
Yeah, I
And as
imagine.
it does,
Yeah.
you see Yeshua is dragged along.
I would like to imagine that she like
He takes
closes.
19 bludgeoning damage.
Holy shit.
Honestly, that's less than he should have taken for getting knocked out of the fucking
That is
sky.
less.
I feel like Rosalie was like sitting down and she's like she feels that energy and she closes her book and stands up. She's like, that's a little weird. I should probably see what's causing that. And she gets up and then the big ass fucking thing goes flying through the room as she's about to open the door. And she just looks over like
It would be so much funnier. Rosalie, you like swing open like the captain's quarters door,
yeah.
and it's just when you fling it open, the thing just flies and slips through the door.
pretty much.
It just slips through the open door, so it doesn't hit you.
Pretty much. That's essentially what happens. She's short
Yeah.
enough to where it goes flying over her.
As it finally reaches kind of
I
the back
imagine I
staircase.
hear this, right?
Bobert, you hear this loud.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna start casting mending on the crystal, and then I'm just gonna pick up the comm systems and go, hey,
And-
I just want to know what's happening.
I just want to be included.
What's happening?
As Aaron,
stuck in the crystal.
I figured as
Can I
Here.
talk in here?
You open your eyes to an odd, shifting void. As you look around you, it feels like you're constantly falling, but never reaching any surface, never reaching anything, simply drifting. And as you glance around looking for any semblance of anything, you turn around and almost swimming through this nothingness to see this ever-glowing flow of energy that reminds you of waves that feel like you once knew. Waves of a grander expanse of water. As you feel it almost hug around you. And as it expands out into the nothingness, you see there's this large structure, almost pillaring, but it looks like it's been broken at the bottom, shattered from something. But it looks beautiful, adorned with vines and plant life and all kinds of vibrance. Only sucks that you're going away from it. And as you slowly float off in the opposite direction, you find yourself pushed and eventually pulled by that force that hugs you. Pulled out at such a speed, you see this structure disappear almost instantly. And Rosalie, as you touch this crystal, you see this odd blackness reverberates through it. And as it does, Kieran, your eyes shoot open as you feel yourself thrown back into your body. As Rosalie, this crystal in front of you explodes.
Hit the deck. Poor Yesh is gonna get the brunt of
I'm
this.
flat on my back.
As
The crystal explodes and I'm just
Aaron,
flat on my back.
Is there any
You
like
find
indication or like cracking at all, like to show that it's about to explode?
yes, you see it is cracking after you touch it and it sends a pulse through it. That's why I'm not doing damage to you.
Okay.
You have ample time to leave.
Yeah, just
This is a
immediately after
cutscene,
she
don't
touches
worry.
it, and then it starts to break. And she sees that like black kind of like branch out, and she's like, "Oh no!" Like I fucked it up.
And
And hit
Aaron,
the
you
deck.
come crashing out of this crystal, but you feel completely okay. You're laying on a nice soft surface like a bed. Almost like your fall has been stopped by some lovely fluffy pillow.
Grr. Some
Grr.
freaking
Some well-conditioned fur.
Yeshua, you take 1 bludgeoning damage.
oh my god.
Some
And
weird grass.
Hey DM, I want to go top deck now. There's been too much commotion.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you all see? Roll 20. Can you
Yes,
guys
I
see
can.
Yes, I can.
Coolio.
Yay!
Wow.
Woo! We can see the ship.
I love being on.
Oh, I should probably
You're
switch on
spitting
my
all
end.
those
Hold on.
cards, looking for wherever this bomb came from, hoping that didn't destroy anything too much.
Yeah.
I fling open the doors. Yeshua goes flying.
Oh, that also means they go flying.
Just kicks up.
I just kind of roll off. And I'm just like face down on the deck, and I'm just like, ugh, it's not grass.
Rosalie's gonna peer.
Yeshua kind of he twitches like a fly that's just been swatted.
Why the hell has there been multiple explosions in quick succession?
Oh.
She died.
They
There we go.
died. Oh, they're back.
Should
Okay.
be able to move them.
Yes. Rosalie's gonna peek up from like behind a door or something. And kind of like peek her head around to just look in the room now.
Rosalie went into hiding.
Stealth action.
Hello?
Is there like,
Not my ship, though.
where did that person come from? Are there shards of crystal in the walls?
Well, if
What the
anything,
hell
Bobert, go
happened?
fix your ship.
There's shards everywhere. There's shards everywhere. All over the ceiling, all over the
Just
floor.
pulling out the shard.
Who are you people?
Name's Bobert. How's it
Not
going?
my ship.
There's like shards everywhere. Dude. Dude.
Well, like he
I have
said,
to use the bucket.
that's Bobert. The Herringon you landed on is Yeshua.
Sorry,
Kill
I
him?
didn't.
Did you kill the bunny boy?
How did
Hang on.
I didn't. How?
Can I heal the bunny boy?
Bro
What is
killed
happening?
himself.
I'm not entirely sure. You just came out of. Well, I'm assuming like a comet almost. I don't. Yesh, where did that come from?
Anybody want to fill me in on what's going on?
I was in Magic Ocean.
Yes, take 6 health.
Yesh is
I
now
was
able to
not
speak
sure.
normally.
Aaron, the last thing you remember is basically everything that you'd played before, but you remember being out in that weird, magical, non-corporeal sea.
I was in Magic Ocean. I don't know how I got here. Was I stuck in something? Because I thought I was in like a moving thing.
You were in a crystal.
This is just like being a teenager.
I thought you were a cannonball. I tried to deflect you, but you almost killed me.
Rosalie's gonna come over to the comms.
I don't think I killed you.
Rosalie's gonna calm back to Aura. I believe.
Yeshua cries softly.
I believe we have a
Oh.
new member on our ship.
How?
That is a good question.
Do any of them
Is
recognize
Yesh
me?
alive?
Yes.
It depends on what you mean by alive.
Damn it.
DM. DM. Do any
None
of
of
them
them would.
recognize me?
Not them.
Oh.
Not us. Oh shit.
Not us.
Not us.
Not us.
Not in the slightest.
Well, you're not here, so there might be a chance you do.
Oh, great.
Hmm.
Bobert's just been
She was
picking
one of the fucking
crystal.
twins. Makes sense. She came in on a fireball.
Bobert has been picking crystals out of the walls for a good minute
Just
now.
leave this to me for a second.
Where is it?
What is it? 1450?
Bobert?
Yeah.
As you go and pull out one of the shards of one of the thicker looking shards of this odd crystal, as you yank it out of the wall, you see it immediately begins to shed this almost like a cloaking coat that immediately turns red, like something you've
Gosh.
seen before.
What's free?
Oh shit!
As you see two pincers grow out of it, and
What the?
Oh,
a
hi,
has a
baby.
little crab.
Oh,
That
no.
is
Oh my
that's
God.
crazy. Can I
Begins
cast
to try and
shocking
sniff at
grasp?
you.
Oh my god!
We in the presence of
Oh,
Amelia.
hey, bad. Come here, come here.
Bad? Did you just try to bad me? I'm fucking cooking this crab.
No.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
casting
baby,
shocking grasp.
baby.
No.
Bobert, you see the crab as you charge up a shocking grasp, its shell literally turns into metal,
Motherfucker.
and as it's
What type of metal? Is it
slides
gold?
over it, it does not turn into gold. No.
Okay, good.
Oh.
But as that slides
God.
over it, you cast this shocking grasp, and it runs through it, and then runs back at you.
Oh,
Oh.
Hey.
So I'm guessing I
Sir,
take
sir,
damage.
Yes.
Get back here. Aaron runs over
you
to
take
Aaron
1
runs over to
point
scoop it
of
up.
shocking damage.
Okay.
Aaron runs over and scoops it up.
Aaron, you run over and scoop up your crab, and you see it crawls up your arm and it sits on your shoulder, turning to a small stone-like texture.
Just leave this to me for right now, Aura. You just focus on piloting the ship. So, who exactly are you, or what is your name?
I'm Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah.
And the last thing you remember was being in a magical sea.
Yeah.
So you don't remember
Rosalie-
about anything about
Are you
somehow
guys,
getting into a
like-
crystal or
You're
anything?
not like the military, right?
I
No.
would give you that
Absolutely
idea. Robert says bring a name.
Well, I'm just checking, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, let's. I literally just got here.
Fair enough.
Give me a break.
Rosalie and Aaron,
Yes.
go ahead and roll me a history check.
A history check? On what? Each
You
other?
do know each other.
No, just roll a history check. Damn.
That's
You
a
do know each
modded
other.
20.
Okay.
Hey DM, I'm gonna mend the walls.
You begin mending the walls. And you see, as you go to mend one of the walls, you see it almost just starts naturally.
That is a
Together.
modded
Oh yeah, because I casted earlier.
22.
Nice.
Nice.
Aaron,
You both rolled
almost
16, let's go.
immediately, both you and Rosalie kind of come to a wide-eyed realization.
Uh-oh.
Floating on a magical, non-existent sea, you're on the astral sea.
Jesus, how did I get there?
Jesus.
That's a place no one but the gods are supposed to reach.
Aaron is a
Telling the truth.
Those are two Rosalies.
What?
I just scrolled down to where Aura is.
Oh yeah, there is a second
Or did I
Rosalie.
accidentally make another Rosalie?
Oh, hi.
No, I did.
How the fuck?
Oh,
I was like scrolling
Hi,
down
me.
to see where.
Aura, you get stabbed. It's a mimic.
It's a double giger.
So see
Not again.
imposter on their cruise ship.
Again?
Oh,
Anyway.
Again,
yeah.
don't worry about it.
So you don't remember somehow getting possibly into a crystal or something putting you there at all?
Damn, how much do I remember?
Aaron, you have no clue how you ended up in a crystal. You have no clue how you ended up on the astral sea. The last thing you remember is having a lease on your guys' ship, sailing out to an odd government facility, and,
What
and
was that
everything
name?
kind of gets hazy.
Aaron? Her name?
No, who was on the ship?
Oh,
Elise?
Elise.
They said this earlier.
we've mentioned this.
You rescued Elise. and
This is piecing together.
I figured as much. Anyway,
Where did my crew go? Why am I the only one here?
Another person looking for their crew.
This is
that
Bobert,
is
here we go again.
that is a
Again.
good question.
God. They're
Let's
so screwed.
let's go ahead and get you up and out.
None of them know how to. No, none of them know how to sail except for me. What are they gonna do? Oh God damn it!
Oh, that's kind of a similar situation here. Only
That's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get you out and into some fresh air. Maybe that'll help calm you, clear your head. And she walks on over.
Do I? DM, do I still have my map?
Aaron, you do not have your map.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I like rummage in my bag for it. God, where am I?
Can you describe the surroundings real quick?
You are out. It is about midday. The sun is up, beaming. You can kind of see it beam through these large, pillaring like stone rocks with holes in them as you pass by them slowly in your ship. Basically, right now you're just kind of bobbing and weaving through different rocks as you pass through this winding valley.
Oh, I misheard them. I heard we are on the astral sea. I'm like, how the fuck?
Oh
No.
No, she was on the astral sea.
Yeah.
Yes.
They
Yes.
were, yeah.
And I'm not.
I am great at hearing things.
Oh yes, Aaron is non-binary.
Hell yes.
Ooh.
We
There
stand
you
corrected.
go. Let's go.
No gender for you.
My map. Where the hell did my map go? God.
Well, again, let's try to get you out into some air instead of being trapped
Okay.
in this.
Where are we though? Like, where are we right now?
We're on
Like-
the Mundit
And
Sea.
how close are we? How close are we to the edge?
The what?
The what?
Of the boat or like
Well, we're on the Mundit Sea
Of the world.
of the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's an edge of the world. Remember,
There's a-
Phyllis?
There
There's an
hasn't
edge.
yeah, this
been.
was like a whole thing.
There
Yeah,
hasn't.
it's kind of the whole thing.
I know that.
Kind of,
There hasn't
There
been
hasn't
an edge
been
of the
an
world
edge in
for about 20 or so years.
The edge of the
Yeah.
world's been dead for 50 years.
I remember the edge of
The
the
Fire
world.
Nation attacked ages ago.
Okay.
There hasn't been
Damn
an
it.
Back in my day.
There hasn't been an edge in years, decades, even.
Jeez. That. What happened?
Well, you're not familiar with the stories at all? Did you lose some type of memory in that crystal, or?
I mean. Okay, DM. When we met Elise, the world was still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, how? Oh God. I hope one of them learned how to sail. If I've been out for that long, they're either definitely dead or one of them went to learn. God. The last thing I know I remember is that the edge was something I had to worry about. there are a lot of things that feel vaguely familiar, but a lot of them aren't mine. They're from like the astral sea, I think. I don't know whose they are, but I have no fucking clue what's mine and what isn't, and what's real and what isn't. But when did the edge stop being a problem?
About maybe 20 some years ago? Before I was born, or a little after, I think.
Oh no, I'm old.
Truly the worst situation. This is the worst timeline.
Like, you guys, pretty much any person on the sea knows about how the Edge stopped existing. Band of pirates brought the world back together. There's an entire day that's celebrated for it. Day of Unity.
The Day of Unity. Yeah, the day that I fucking almost died.
It is a very odd occurrence for someone not to know.
What happened?
Well, I mean, everybody happens to know the story. The Dawn Pirates, they reach the edge of the world, sailing off into the horizon, and then you don't know?
I don't think so.
You have to give to the
Basically.
spirit of Christmas.
Basically, the Dawn Pirates, a great group of pirates, sailed off into the edge of the sea, presumably falling off the world as they had a edge of the world battle with a Jonathan Barenth, the Lich of the Sea, who had planned to end the gods. And most people have no clue what the hell happened when they went over the edge. But they do know that after they did, the world was whole again. And the edge, where various beasts and monsters and unspeakable horrors that came crawling out of, was finally closed. And the sea became a lot safer to travel.
The last time I sailed the sea was... it was a mess.
Well, it's still a mess.
Still is.
There... But, I mean, I guess I've been here for, like... I don't know how long I've been here at the moment, but, it doesn't seem like there are any magical storms or creatures rising out of the ocean to kill and eat you.
Nope, there's definitely that.
They're crabs
But it
now
seems
instead
a
of
little
squid.
bit less frequent. And maybe a little bit less magical? Or at least the magic seems different.
Magic for sure
It
has
seems like-
changed.
It's
Some years ago.
It was a lot of hiding.
Still kind
A lot of hiding.
Well, I guess, to kind
So
of put
what's the problem now?
Looks at
Why are
everyone.
you stuck here?
That's kind of a long story, but I think, to kind of ease your mind, at least you're not the only one, I guess, out of your time. At the very least.
Looks at Aura.
What's it,
There's that
Aura,
wall.
through the wall?
Through the wall, that's pretty impressive.
Again,
Steals Aura's power from across campaigns.
That's crazy.
Again, I think the best course of action right now is at least getting you up deck. Maybe gain your bearings a little bit. hopefully jog some memories, or maybe throw you into something completely new. We'll see how that goes. By the way,
do I know that we were called the Dawn Pirates, or is that a thing that people called us
not.
that I don't know about?
You
Okay,
did not
cool.
have a name.
sick.
That's
We're
crazy.
nameless.
Kind of like these fuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hey, I
Like,
have a name.
Does history,
I have a name prepped
does
up and
history
ready.
know my name, or was it just kind of
name?
like
Just
does history
guys.
name us, or
They would not know your name, no. The layman's person would not know the pirates by name. The layman's person would not know.
That's why
the
I'm trying to get us
pirate
to the
by name.
person that might.
Anyways,
you could try a library?
Oh my god.
The library is closed.
We're on the sea. Anyway,
actually,
by the way, my name is Rosalie. Rosalie Whispermouse. I didn't get to introduce myself earlier. So
Nice to
it's
meet you.
nice to meet you. Come on. We'll go up deck. And she will lead them. Follow me.
Awesome.
So, DM, is there a big ass hole in this ship?
luckily no, as it seems like the captain's doors were flung open. This big crystal thing flew in and got crashed through the table and then cushioned on Yeshua's body.
Oh, DM, do I have any crystals impaled inside of me?
Oh yeah.
DM, can I take those out?
Blood all over the floor.
Can I?
Yeshua's
You
just
threw yourself through a
blood.
window.
How many
DM,
crystals do
I
I
have a
get out of this,
question.
by the way?
What was that?
Am I allowed to take back, or like, am I allowed to kind of just add it to my pack for like origin story
crystal?
reasons? Yeah.
Oh. Maybe you could make it into like jewelry.
I mean, yes, all the crystal around you is literally just raw Imogen, it seems like.
Wait, we could be rich with this.
I'm taking it off.
You have an entire
Collecting.
as an engine.
Ora, this is Irin. Irin, this is our captain, Ora Silvertongue.
We should probably get up closer. She's staring the ship.
Yes, I'm
Irin?
working on it.
So, who and why are...
Or go ahead and roll me a history check
What?
with advantage.
Eden what?
Irin Likaya.
What's my add?
DM would.
That is
And
a
I also-
19/30. No, it is 19.
Aura,
Uh-huh.
as
ask if I can
you
also
look
make a
over
check.
and you see this very lost-looking person standing on your deck. You see none other than the captain of the Dawn Pirates.
It's fucking crazy.
One more time?
Irin?
You see none
Last
other
name.
than the captain
Not
of
you.
the Dawn Pirates.
Not you.
Not you, God.
Sorry, my apology.
Irin Likaya.
I believe they might.
Of the Dawn Pirates.
The what?
I believe they might be
With Eden?
out of time, like you were. There's a chance.
You were...
Aura, you know Irin to have been basically the brains behind the entire crew that kept that thing afloat. You
I
know
just
the
she's
stories
jumping up
that
and
they were
in her head right now.
that they were basically the most unparalleled crew on the sea.
Yeah.
They were not typical. A lot like you guys. They were not typical.
You
What?
were the ones that fixed the world's edge. But you didn't come back to port.
Oh.
They lost you.
I fixed the what? I think I would remember that.
That's what they said.
Yeah, there's a
Sure.
lot
I
more
don't
to
know if my
stories
crew
than.
did that.
I think that one.
the wheel.
There's
Or,
a way to lock or a lock set, like,
Or
You didn't say that. You just walked off.
because then she would just do it.
Well, you
you've
should say-
heard these stories from Captain.
You see their eyes like dart very nervously towards the wheel for a second, and then like they see the peg and they like nod.
I'm Aura Silvertongue. How?
Nice to meet you.
Run that by me again, Rosalie.
Run what by you? What?
That
It's
they
what-
were like, you're not.
Again, I believe.
Aura's
there's-
rubbing her temples.
I believe.
Bobert, as you reach the helm, you see one of these whistling, like giant rocks, shifts into your way.
Oh shit.
It moves.
Bobber, you gotta figure it out, man.
I'm just gonna figure this shit out. We're gonna see why they locked me in the engine room. Oh
It's
my
not
god.
hard to.
It's fine. Alright,
Or-
anyway.
Aura re-grabs the wheel.
Get back over here. No.
Get back.
She can come over here. I can talk and drive.
You get back over here.
Fine.
You already
It's
left
too
the
late. It's
wheel.
coming towards.
Anyway.
Is there a check I have
Yeah,
to
but Aura
make?
would turn around when she hears the whistling getting louder.
Yeah.
It's a dex check. Anyway.
Yeah.
Ora, they seemed to be in the astral plane originally, by the sounds of it.
The
But they got lost there.
oh fun.
And from what they remember,
Bobert, roll me
they're
a sleight
now
of hand.
here. And
I
that's...
already rolled and I got a 5. Please let me re-roll.
Is the whistling still getting louder?
The whistling is getting louder.
Move. Move.
Desperately trying to get
Rips
them
out her
singing.
bag, pulls it hard to port.
You walk over and you see Bobert is like struggling against like the strength of the grain,
Oh.
and
He doesn't
you
have his
help
helmet.
him.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Help him pull it over, and your ship swerves out of the way, just in the nick of time.
What you
This
want
is
from
why
me?
I
I'm
say
drunk off my ass. I'm stuck in the engine room all day. What the fuck do you want from me? Shit.
This is what I deal with them.
Bobert's been keeping the ship from exploding.
Yeah.
Can I roll? Can I roll for perception? Just because since I came out of one of those, I'm like, is one of my crew in there? Don't swerve out of the way.
Oh, one of the crystal
you
things?
cannot
No.
see the crystal in the engine right now, but if you went below deck,
No, the crystal is the
You
one
don't-
we're running towards, is the one that's powering our ship.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, there is a
We're running
different
towards a
crystal
rock
below.
with
We're
holes in it
running
that's
towards
making musical notes.
Stonehenge, essentially.
We were
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah.
Titanic Chamber.
Here, as you look around you, you see that you're basically sailing on this vast sea of sand, and it's nothing like the sea you remembered, but you feel like you've seen it somewhere before, but the thought just escapes you.
this must be doing a number on your hull, huh?
This ship's apparently made for this. I wouldn't properly know that was Kona's thing this time around.
You have no idea.
As Aaron, you turn around
reminds me.
and see on deck this large mechanical structure that's just thumping constantly.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
Again, needless to say, I guess it's been a few years since you've been on the sea. It's changed quite a bit. And well, technology has really advanced things, I guess. And
are you saying that? Sorry, Aura was it?
Aye.
Are you saying that my crew, what,
They
fixed
they
the
fixed the
edge?
Yeah,
that's what I said earlier.
but you weren't there when they made it back
I-
to port.
None of them were aware.
They said they'd lost you. Wait, remind me what'd you say?
If I remember correctly, none of them made it back.
I sort of
No?
dipped
No,
off the
I made
edge.
it
Yeah.
back.
The only one
Oh,
was technically
ignore me.
Elise, but
Ignore
Elise
me.
kind of like is a hidden thing.
Yeah.
I didn't
Ignore me, I
jump.
misremembered.
Yes.
None of them?
Well, Elise is somehow here, but she's the only one we've seen
Goodness.
that anyone's heard of.
Lovely.
Hmm.
Well,
Elise
how long
Reinhardt.
ago? So that was what? 20 years ago?
Just about, I believe.
Goodness, I
Again.
can't believe I don't remember saving the world. I feel like that would be a really fun thing to remember. This is
Oh my god.
I guess let me be the first to welcome you on our humble little ship, the Chimera.
happy to be here. I
You look
suppose.
around and you find yourself on a galleon. It is ramshackle looking. It seems like there's
No, it's not.
Yes.
It seems like there's a lot of quick handiwork that was done, but it does look pretty masterclass.
I'm right. It
It's
is.
just at the same time, it looks like a mutt.
Oh my god.
Like I said, humble. Anyway,
Seems familiar.
Itch.
I know.
And also at the very front of the ship, these giant horns that point out.
In gold, remember?
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my.
I know this is.
What are those for?
I honestly don't know. I wasn't here when they made it.
For show.
I'm scaring off the predators.
You're joking.
No,
that's why
what
you
I would
added
assume
this?
it's for. I didn't add it. I'd assume that's what they're
Then who
there
added
for.
it?
I don't
Looks at
know.
Bobert.
I'd assume the
Bob-
reason you give things
Robert
more
hurried
detail
off to
is
the engine
scary.
room. I'm sorry, I have a job to do.
Bobber would know that Ribbon added them.
Briven.
I mean,
Again,
we were desperate
well,
at that time.
humble little ship. That's just how things are here.
So if we save the world, then I guess why is the sea still weird?
The monsters are still there,
Well, that's
just not as many.
That's another thing. When the world happened to join back together, it kind of reintroduced, well, the part that was hidden. As far as we know, there's something that was gone that went with that half, and whenever you rejoin the world, it brought it back with it.
Oh my.
So there's new magic, well, old magic, but new to us, that is now kind of threatening the seas. One that we're fairly familiar with, that we've been dealing with for a while.
Buffet.
I apologize.
The least type response.
Something more, I guess, almost fantastical in nature, almost things of fairy tale. Which,
Interesting.
if you know fairy tales, they're not entirely all happy. I mean, we've had our fair share of dealing with fae, archfae, all that stuff.
As you guys make it through these whistling rocks, or you guys begin to approach what seems like this bigger rock that looks like it's almost two rocks that just merge together somehow.
Fantastic.
As it makes this arch. And as your ship begins to sail through it, you can hear almost every noise that your ship makes reverberating off of this. It's almost like being in a large chapel, as the acoustics in here are epic. And you all sail through the Arch of Echoes. And as you continue on, you leave the whistling rocks behind you. And Aura, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. 27.
Aura, as you look off in the distance, you can see that the sand, the normally yellowish kind of gold, forms into a darker hue. And as the sand rolls over into each other and bashes up against every grain, your ship ends up in a much darker looking sandy area. It seems almost ash-like rather than sand.
Volcano.
Fun.
And as you sail into it, you see the ride even becomes a little smoother. As you continue to sail east. Would you all like to do anything in your time of travel? Or simply eat and just kind of bide your time while you travel?
I guess try to fill in Erin as to what's been happening.
Filling in the gaps.
Alrighty.
Just slowly but surely.
As you
Does Erin
guys
still have
are...
her or their crabs out?
Not the crabs.
Does Erin still have their
You see that the crab is still sitting placed on Erin's right shoulder. Looks like it's shelled up.
Oh,
You know, like those pebbles in Pirates of the Caribbean,
Oh yeah.
the ones that carry the ship.
Yeah.
Or yeah, it's like that crab.
Oh, I see.
Above
just sitting there with its smooth-
shocking your crab.
We have some trauma with the crabs. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Crab trauma.
We were attacked by them.
But yeah, after I guess Rosalie fills in Erin as to what's been going on, I guess. Well, if you're more than welcome to explore the ship. Preferably, please stay with one of us. Just so that way you're not, I guess, too lost, or if you need help, then you have one of us to help you. But, there's a training room, there's a kitchen. You're free to do what you please. Maybe read through some of the books that we have to fill in some more gaps that you might be missing.
That would be wonderful.
Captain's quarters is just through there. We walked through it earlier. And of course I have some of my books in my room as well. Yes, you could probably show her.
And show them where?
Where the books are.
I'm not sure about that. I kind of never go in there.
Then you can find them together. That's
okay.
Yep. She looks down at size.
And
I've been on this
as you
ship for a
guys-
long time, and I don't know where some of the places still are.
Bro knows where the bathroom is, where the crow's nest is, and where his room is. That's it.
That's all you need.